What is worth the most out of these things? Great finds today. I've assembled some items. I got them in the bottom of a box. They are all interesting. They all have a little bit of history. And what do you think is worth the most? Be careful what you see in the bottom of a box, because it may just look like junk, but it may actually be worth some money. So let's look at the first thing we have here. This is directions. Yes, directions to the Pacific Lumber Company, and it tells you where to drive. It tells you the different places. This was out of California, and this is a piece of redwood. Piece of redwood. They had scraps. They would use this. This is probably from about 1950. You could go and see them at the mill, and this would allow you and give you directions to where that would be. This is cool. This was scrap. This is, you may be wondering why it's not paper, but this is just what paper originally looks like. Paper is made out of wood. So this is a cool piece of history. You can see it's the Pacific Lumber Company and the different parts that it was. The guy who really took control and really took this over actually was born in Maine. He ended up in Detroit, and he built the famous Penobscot building down there. And then he moved out to California, and he was one of the earliest benefactors of Whittier College. Whittier College did produce one president only. It's a small California college. That would be Richard Milhouse Nixon. So the guy who started this company started the college that gave us Nixon. Interesting. It's a piece of redwood. It's cool. This is something you could display. It is interesting, but what is it worth? Now, I initially got this thing, and I thought it was a badge maybe to like a bike or something like that, but upon further review, this is Gordon, which is a clan in Scotland. Clan Gordon. It's the Baidan there. You can see the stag's head. Now, doing some research on the Gordon clan, they really did not hitch their ponies to whom they should have back in Scotland. Now, they originally tried to get Robert the Bruce excommunication reversed, so he got some land. So the clan got some land, but then one of them tried to marry his son off to marry Queen of Scots. We know how that ended up. He was friends with James IV, and then he turned against him, and they blew up his castle. So the Gordons had their castle blown up. They reconciled with the Fourth, and then during the Civil War, they also were on the wrong side of that particular one. But they did survive. And this is a badge, and this is cool. It's chrome, but this is not a bike badge. This is from a clan in Scotland. You can see you attach it to whatever. So the Highlanders there. So what is that worth? Is this worth more? Is this worth more? Now I got this passport in. This passport is from 1975. You can see how they used to do the passports here. This person, I'm guessing, is no longer with us. Passports are interesting because you can see that this person was born in 1902. That would make them not quite 118. Not quite 119, 118. It's 5'2". This passport did expire. It did expire. There's a picture of the passport with the crest on it. Now, this person, it looks like sometimes passports can be collectible depending on the different stamps. But this stamp you can't see. That's probably the American passport because you can never see those. And this here with the Roman numeral, the 4th month, that's a Canadian passport. So probably when they took off, that's their passport there. I am not sure on this one, but the dates, you can tell the American dates are going to be the month first, then the date. In Europe, you're going to see the date first, then the month. But it looks like this person took one trip, and they took it to Ireland, in April of 1975. And this is a great stamp. They landed at Dublin Airport, and they were allowed to land in Ireland for 3 months after you got this stamp. Pretty cool. There is no more stamps on it. So it looks like this person perhaps took one trip that they wanted to take, which we all should take trips. Take that trip to the homeland. Take it. Use your passport. Our passports are now blue. This is a green passport. They do look different each time, but this is a U.S. passport. These are collectible depending on the stamps. What is that worth? Do you think that's worth more or that's worth more? Well, we'll find out. Now, this is an embosser. An embosser. So what is an embosser? It makes stamps like we saw on this woman's passport. As you can see, it's embossed there that they would have it. And this is actually a notary stamp. It doesn't have a name on it. It's a notary stamp. You can buy these if you're a notary. In this particular one, I did emboss it, and it is Wayne and Medina County here right in Ohio. So 2 counties, if you want to get something notarized, you could get this embosser. You have to be a notary. Do not use this for anything else unless you are the notary. But these also do sell on eBay. What sells for more? This was also in there, and this is just a little AM/FM radio. It's called a Walkman. And when the Walkmans came out, they were super cool, and they played cassettes. This one does not play any cassettes. This has a clock on it, so you can tell what time it is, which is always helpful when you're listening to music. You can see it is branded a Walkman. There's not too much to these. People use their phones now. They can have all the music on their phones. So this is probably one of the newer items in here. So what would be worth the most? Now, these were just all in a box, all in one bag. So you're thinking, oh, it's just a junk box, a junk lot. What could they be worth? Well, all of these, 4 of these, are worth about $20 to $25 a piece. That's not too bad for something in the bottom of a bag. So, $20 to $25 a piece, that's $100 plus our item that is worth the most. Well, is it the passport? Now, this passport, it doesn't have that many stamps on it. It's pretty cool. It's in pretty good condition because everyone kept their passports in a safe place. But that's one of your $20 to $25 items. This is an embosser. I don't know what you're going to do with it unless you want to live your life as a fake notary, which I wouldn't suggest in any way, shape, or form. That sells for about the same thing. Now this I had a hard time finding. I do see them for sale just in Canada for about $20, which is about $25. It's cool. It's a piece of history. If you know the history of this particular company, which has changed hands, it's no longer called the Pacific Lumber Company, but it's a piece of redwood now this is a souvenir that lasts a long, long time. This is also a very unique piece. You'd have to hold on to this for a while. I have seen these sell for about $20 to $25. They are Clan Gordon. Hopefully they're making better decisions. But they're still around. They're survivors. That's really all that matters, right? The redwoods, the passport. This is actually worth the most money out of all these 5 items. Yes, probably one of the newest items here. It's just a Walkman. There's not much to it. But these sell for an average around $40. $40. So that's what they used to cost when they originally came out. So you probably have never lost money if you bought this Walkman. There's not a lot of things you can say that about, but this is one of them. So when you find stuff in a drawer, in a dresser, in a box, take the time to look it up. You can see some history of a company that was started in actually 1850s. Passports are always cool. Clan Gordon, they've been around forever, ever, and we all need notaries if we have anything else. But in the end, it's all about the music. It's all about the portability. It's all about the Walkman. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.